This video is about home care for cancer. Before we get started, I would like to emphasize a very important point, and that is, in my experience with cancer patients, the ones who have the best outcomes are those who follow conventional treatments and use natural treatments as adjunct to therapy. The dietary supplements that I'm going to discuss in this video are not a substitute for conventional treatment. Although most of these have been studied rigorously through laboratory studies, animal studies, and some small human trials, they have not undergone the phase 1 through phase 3 clinical trials, which is the standard. However, many of these supplements have been used by humans for hundreds and even thousands of years, and they are safe. If conventional cancer treatment is an option for you, for example, radiation, chemotherapy, and surgery, then you should follow the instructions of your oncologist and inform them of any home care that you plan to do. Now, if they're looking at you like a deer in headlights and they don't know what you're talking about, then you might want to seek a second opinion from an oncologist who is educated in lifestyle and alternative therapies. Without any further delay, let's get started. Now, I am going to talk with you about several things that you can do at home to improve your quality of life while you are undergoing cancer treatment. First thing we're going to talk about is diet, and then we'll get into the dietary supplements. Along your cancer journey, you are going to scour the internet, watch videos, read articles about restrictive diets. I'm not going to mention any of them here, but you probably already stumbled upon several of these diets. Now, heed my warning and tread lightly on these restrictive diets, especially if they are restricting calories and restricting protein. Whether or not to restrict calories depends on your body mass index, your age, the type of cancer you have, the type of cancer treatment you're receiving, and where you are in your cancer treatment. So what I want you to do is go online and do a search for body mass index calculator, and go ahead and enter in the parameters, and it should give you your body mass index. If it is above 26, then you have a little bit of wiggle room and you could do some calorie restriction to get it down to that 26 level. But if it is at 26 or below, I would recommend not doing calorie restriction, because your body is going to need a little bit of extra stored energy to get through your treatments. The only thing everyone should absolutely restrict is refined sugars and refined carbohydrates, because these are inflammatory. The last thing you want is to add to your inflammation. These are disruptors of your gut microbiome. It's going to throw off the species composition in your gut microbiome if you're eating too many of these sugars. And these are going to feed the cancer cells, which are highly metabolic and hungry for glucose. Concerning diet specifically, you should eat real organic food only. This is food that has, number one, not been sprayed with pesticides or has other additives and added chemicals. This is not highly processed food. This is fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, meat, legumes, and grains. These are things that if you lived on a farm, you would grow off the land or raise off the land or fish out of the lake. This is the food that our forefathers ate before they started adding all these unnecessary chemicals. Now, the reason why we don't want to eat food that has all the chemicals added is, number one, a lot of the pesticides and antibiotic residues could disrupt your gut microbiome. Your gut microbiome is very, very helpful in keeping your immune system as robust as possible. So if there's any disruption there, it's going to affect your immune system, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're trying to fight cancer. And number two, the chemicals could frankly affect your body, adding a burden of free radicals, which we're trying to get rid of right now, or trying to reduce. so that your body could heal more efficiently through treatment. Everybody's different, and some foods are going to cause problems in some people and they're not going to cause problems in other. In general, the foods that I have seen as the most inflammatory is dairy, grains, soy, sometimes legumes. So you may have to do a little elimination diet on your own just to see which foods may be bothering you. If you do an elimination diet, the rule is you have your suspected food and you eliminate that food for at least 2 to 3 weeks and see if you feel a little better. The main thing you would feel is improvement in your digestion. I included a link to my diet guide in the full protocol, and the link to the full protocol is in the description of this video. More on that later. Next, let's talk about dietary supplements. First, I'm gonna go over my core dietary supplements in the protocol, and then I'll go over those conditional supplements that are taken based on the situation. Many of these have anti-cancer properties, likely due to their antioxidant activity. For example, Nigella sativa, commonly known as black cumin seed, alpha lipoic acid, and inositol hexaphosphate, commonly known as IP6. What's also beneficial about these antioxidants is that they may help your body to clear out free radicals that may be produced from cellular repair after you've undergone radiation or chemotherapy. Another dietary supplement is EGCG, which is a polyphenol extract from green tea. It has been demonstrated to show anti-proliferative effects in cancer cells. In both laboratory and animal research, curcumin, which is a polyphenol extract from the turmeric plant, has been shown to prevent cancer, slow its spread, improve the effects of chemotherapy, and help with cellular repair after radiation treatments. Both reishi and cordyceps and other mushrooms may have anti-cancer properties as well. Finally, you'll want to be taking a good multivitamin, multimineral so that your body has an adequate supply of all of the cofactors needed for good immune system and for helping clear out those free radicals. And that's it for the core protocol. And yes, I am aware that there are a ton of other supplements that could have been in the core protocol, but for practical and economic reasons, these are the ones that I thought were most important. If there are things that you know about, please share it down in the comment section below. Next, let's talk about conditional supplements. For hormone receptor positive cancers such as estrogen receptor positive breast cancer, an extract from cruciferous vegetables known as indole 3-carbinol will convert to diindolylmethane in your body, also known as DIM. So you could take the supplement DIM, and this is going to help your body to, it's going to help your liver to more efficiently clear out excess estrogens from your body, which could help with that type of cancer. Many side effects of conventional cancer treatment can be mitigated with natural substances. For example, for nausea, you can take ginger or peppermint. If you have diarrhea, you could take a really good broad spectrum probiotic, prebiotic, and on the other hand, if you get constipation, you can take a poorly absorbed form, make sure it's a poorly absorbed form of magnesium, for example, magnesium oxide, to help to loosen your stools. For brain fog, or we call chemo brain, you could take a different type of magnesium known as magnesium L-threonate, which could help with mental cognition along with a therapeutic dose of omega-3 fatty acids, more specifically DHA. Finally, if your vitamin D is found to be low on a blood test, then you should be taking a vitamin D3 supplement because vitamin D helps to modulate your immune system. For your reference, your value on the blood test should be around 50 nanograms per milliliter. That's all I have for this video. The written protocol along with supplements for purchase can be found in my clinic's Fullscript page. You can sign up by clicking on the link down below, and in that protocol I also included a link to the diet guide and references for this video. If this was helpful, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.